Hi, I'm Julie Marie and I'm here in the Protective Diet Test Kitchen, and I'm super excited to introduce you to Hot Diggity Dogs. This is Protective Diet's whole food, plant-based, oil-free, additive-free version of hot dogs. And this is a premium recipe to go along with Protective Diet Education's programming. This technique video is going to help you assemble these hot dogs so seamlessly and easily. First thing we're going to do is get a little dish of water and a hand towel ready. When we're working with the batter of this hot dog after we cook it, it's very time sensitive. So we want to work quickly. We're laying out 7 pieces of plastic wrap. As you can see, I have on my counter 4 here and 3 here. I'm going to cut the last and final one just to show you. We're laying these out. And then I'm going to follow the premium recipe directions precisely. So you want to blend that dry ingredient first, then add all your other dry ingredients to your high-speed blender, such as a Blendtec like I use, or a Vitamix. A high-speed blender is necessary. Then add your moist ingredients and blend it as it states in the directions. That's very important. Then we're adding the liquid blended ingredients. Heat this for about 4 to 5 minutes, whisking about every 30 seconds. I like to set a timer for this if you're new to creating this recipe, just to gauge how long this takes to thicken up. As this thickens, it starts to look a little bit lumpy, but that's perfect. That's exactly how we want it. It's going to smooth out as it heats and thickens. Okay, you can see the consistency of this is nice and thick. This is exactly what we want. It's not falling off the whisk, but it's still pliable. Scrape off any excess that's on your whisk, and using your spoon and a 1/3 cup measure, each hot dog is going to average about 1/3 cup, and we're making 7 of them. This is a very hot batter, so you don't want to handle it with your fingers. It will stick to your fingers and burn. That's why this bowl of cool water is here. If that should happen, put your fingers in there. Or if your fingers start to get sticky and full of the batter and somehow it gets on them, you can rinse and wipe off quickly, because this is time sensitive. You don't want to be messing around with washing your hands and coming back to assemble these. So you can see I made a line of the batter, and now I'm just rolling it together, pressing the plastic wrap together, almost like you're rolling sushi, if you've ever done that before. Push it together, seal the plastic wrap, and roll. And these hot dogs should be about 6 inches long. Rolling them, pulling them, and then twisting them. And there's your hot dog. Super simple. I'm going to show you another one. The more you do, the better you'll get at doing these. Do not be intimidated by this recipe. It's super, super easy. I'm so excited to have perfected this and made it into a very simple system for you to roll out 7 hot dogs within minutes. You saw how quickly that cooked. The blending process and the mixing of the ingredients takes about 5 minutes. 5 minutes to cook. And it'll take us at most 5 minutes to roll these hot dogs. And then we'll get them in the refrigerator to chill overnight or chill while you're at work during the day. You want to give them about 8 hours would be ideal. So we have another one laid out here, and now you see why I am assembling, or I laid these plastic pieces out ahead of time, is because we need to work quickly, because once this batter cools, it's going to harden into the shape and form of whatever it's in. So we want it to be in the shape and form of a hot dog before it cools. So this pulling process will kind of lengthen and stretch out the hot dog, and the twisting of the ends gives you that end of a hot dog that is typical. And you could make these mini hot dogs, you could make them as long as you want. You can make them much larger than a third of a cup if you want to make like a kosher's best style hot dog. The seasonings in these hot dogs, because I'm originally from Chicago, born and raised, I made them a Chicago style seasoning, like a Vienna beef hot dog. And when making this recipe, follow the dry and moist ingredients precisely for the best result. Also check out the recipe for the hot dog buns. They're a soft hot dog bun, a new bun recipe that I put out this week along with the hot dog recipe. That has a video as well to make it easy. You can just see I'm making it flat, rolling it on itself, rolling it, pulling it, and twisting it. And this just took a little bit of time playing to come up with a method that was really easy, that I felt you could duplicate at home. Now that this batter is starting to cool, if you're working with your kids in the kitchen, they could help you at this point because it's not as hot as it was when I was making the first one. But I am getting a little bit of the hot dog batter on my fingers. I use my bowl and my cloth. You could also use your running water under the sink. This just speeds it up a little bit. If you're not into making the buns, you could grill these or bake these and slice them after they cool slightly and put them into the Summertime BBQ Baked Beans. If you haven't made that recipe from last summer, that was one of my favorite protective diet recipes for summertime barbecues. Summertime barbecues this year are going to be like no other barbecues I've experienced on an oil-free, plant-based diet. Now that we have the faux chicken cutlets recipe, and we have a jerk style, Cajun style, barbecue. You can do them Greek style, Greek chicken style. We have hot dogs now. All the barbecue burgers on protectivediet.com, kebabs, American potato salad, mustard potato salad, German potato salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw. We have every kind of recipe to replace our comfort food favorites of the summertime. So have yourself a barbecue. Speaking of barbecue, I want to show you the oven-baked version. If it's winter time and you want hot dogs, or your kids want hot dogs and you don't want to go out and light up the grill, which I highly recommend because it's so easy and keeps the house cool. This one's been cooled. This one was in the oven. And you can see it gets nice and brown on the bottom side, and it looks just like a hot dog on the inside and holds up really well. So you could slice that and toss that into the Summertime Baked Beans, or slice it up with some killer ketchup and put it on their highchair chair. They're gonna feel just like they're eating a traditional hot dog. But let's take it outside to the grill, and I'm gonna show you how to grill these. Okay, my Hot Diggity Dogs have been grilling on high for about 4 minutes or so. Keep an eye on them, it all depends on your grill. When they are ready to, when they're done, when they're ready, they're going to easily release from the grill just like that did. If they're sticking, allow them to char, to really sear, and that's going to release the oil-free, anything you put on the grill that's oil-free right up off of the grill. If it's not ready, it will not release. So leave it alone. Don't try and scrape it off because then it's going to stick. You can see these look beautiful, just like traditional hot dogs with a nice char line on them. You can turn them to the other side and let them grill on that side, but these have a nice skin to them. I'm ready to take them off the grill and serve them and layer them up Chicago style. Okay, here we are with our Chicago style hot dog, and in Chicago we top our hot dogs starting with a little bit of celery salt, yellow mustard, pickle relish. This is the Protective Diet recipe that is free of additives. It's It's low sodium and sugar-free. White onions, tomato slices, and these are pickled pepper rings. This is a free recipe on protectivediet.com. It's also on Protective Diet's YouTube channel if you want to spice up your hot dog. And then I also have some American potato salad. This is a Protective Diet recipe as well. And the Summertime Baked Beans for a perfect summertime barbecue. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and make yourself a Protective Diet style Hot Diggity Dog. Take care and best of health.